So inverting data. This sort of builds on the last thing. So just as a little mental exercise, how do you flip a number, invert the data range? So here we have 0 to 1 slider. It goes from 0 at the bottom, 1 at the top. And this is just 3 different ways of doing the exact same thing, taking a number range and inverting it. So this goes from 0 to 1, and that causes this one to go 1 to 0. So the first method here, I'm just have an expression, and I'm saying 1 minus $F1. So $F1 is this slider. And if you do 1 minus $F1, you're going to get the inverse. So here if you have 1, and then you do 1 minus 1, you're going to get 0. Or if you have, like 0.2, you're going to have 1 minus 0.2, and you're going to get 0.8. So other ways to do it are expression. Now, expression is a fine way to do it, but then there's this exclamation point minus object, and that's just backward subtraction. So that just does the same thing as this with a simpler object. So exclamation point minus with the argument 1 is going to do 1 minus whatever comes in, which is exactly what we just did here with the expression object. So same thing. And then like I was saying in the previous screencast, you can do the same thing with scale. So I want to flip the data. I do input low is 0, input high is 1. Let's make the output low 1 and the output high 0. So that just scales the data so that it's upside down. It does the exact same thing. So I love how in Max you can do the same thing in multiple different ways. It's always fun.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll point out that you are demonstrating this right now with sliders, but if you were to have number boxes...
Yeah, what's with you and you don't like the sliders?
No, it's not that. I just am trying to help people who are like me, who might not understand what you're showing right now. So I'm offering that there are some other ways of looking at this.
Right. So if you have
That's why I'm here, David.
A float and a float. Yeah, you can do it. No, it's good. You can see that they're inverse of each other. So 0 becomes 1, and 0.9 becomes 0.1, so on and so forth. It's just flipping this. Yeah, you don't need the fancy objects.
I like them. I'm not trying to say I don't.
No, you're right. It's a good point.